So EA gave for us today a Pedro and a Rabiot FUT birthday cards. So I heard some people saying that these were showdowns. They are not. It would be so cool if they were. But Pedro is coming in with a really nice card. 86 rated squad for him as well. And that's it. 90 pace and 92 dribbling. With 85 shooting and 86 passing. Relatively similar to Bamba. But this card has 5-star. 5-star. High-low work rates and is 5'7". Got the finesse and outside foot shot. So he's got the best 2 traits on the game as well. As we go into the in-games for this card, 90 acceleration and sprint speed. His shooting's quite poor, but don't let that fool you. That's actually quite good shooting. I'll explain why shortly. But he's got 88 attack positioning with 85 finishing and shot power with also 86 long shots. We're not going to boost the shot power at all. We really want to avoid boosting that. And as I said, I'll explain shortly as to why. 92 vision with 77 crossing, 91 short pass, 82 long pass, and 91 curve. Of course, he's got 99 curve because he's got the finesse shot trait. 94 for agility and balance with 85 reactions, 92 ball control and dribbling, and 86 composure. His stamina is really good at 88 as well, and that's all for the physicals. He's also got 50 strength, which is very poor, but he's got lots of very good alternates. He can play left mid, right wing, left wing, and centre forward, which is good. His links aren't the best, to be fair, but he is still a pretty decent card in my opinion. We're going to go across to FUT shortly to take a look at chem styles for him. But we've also got Adrian Rabiot today as well. And we're going to be reviewing him in the same video as Pedro. This card has got 84 pace, 89 dribbling, 83 shooting, 85 defending, 86 passing and 87 physical. What a great card this is. It's going to cost you an 83 rated and an 86 rated squad for the actual card, and then an 84 rated squad for the super loan. 6'4", medium, left-footed, 3-star, 5-star. Now, being 6'4" and having 89 dribbling is kind of crazy. He's also got the flair trait, and being French is really good. Look at this card as Pogba, essentially. This card is very similar to Paul Rabiot Pogba. His alternate positions are actually not that bad as well. Centre mid and left mid kind of open up the chemistry requirements for this card in your team. So not too bad there as well. And then for his in-games, he's got really good in-games. 81 acceleration, 87 sprint speed isn't the worst pace split in the world for a midfielder. 86 attack positioning with 78 finishing, 96 shot power, and 84 long shots. Passing is insane. 84 vision, 81 crossing, 93 shot pass, and 89 long pass, with 82 for agility and balance. 89 for reactions, 92 ball control, 89 dribbling and composure. His dribbling stats for a 6'4" man, genuinely insane. Honestly, I can't believe how good they are. 89 interceptions with 78 heading accuracy and defensive awareness. 91 standing tackle and 82 slide tackle. With 81 jumping, 95 stamina, 87 strength and 76 aggression. Now then, guys, as we come across to FUT.gg, the reason I don't want to boost Pedro's shooting is because the lower shot power of the outside foot shot is going to make him broken. So I honestly think you should probably go for an engine on this card and really boost up them already insane stats. And the reason I don't want to boost the shot power is because anything below 89 gives you the looping Trivela shots from early in the game. So the kind of day one Trivelas will be in the game for Pedro if you don't boost that shot power. So the engine is really good to boost up his already pretty decent passing. You know, he goes up to 96 vision there, 85 crossing, 95 short passing and 86 long passing with 99 curve, 98 agility and 99 balance with 99 base dribbling, and then of course the 94 pace. The engine is what we're going to go for on Pedro. And then guys, for Rabiot, I think it's very easy as well. The shadow is just king on this card. You know, it's a crazy card with the shadow applied. He's got 92 pace for a midfielder. Insane. Great defensive stats there as well, guys. A shadow is definitely the one to go for in him. You could consider an anchor if you want a little boost to the aggression, but I don't think the aggression upgrade is worth it. So we're going to go for a shadow on Rabiot, an engine on Pedro. We're going to get into a few games and see how these cards do perform. For cheap FIFA 23 coins, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com to get fast and reliable coins. And make sure you use code VIPER at checkout, get yourself a 5% discount. Alright then guys, the first live game with Pedro and Rabiot is going to be on Old Gen, and we are in the FUT Birthday Cup because I want to get this all done. Of course, there's going to be a fair few pauses. I'm just going to keep you with me for this. Probably going to do a live game on Old and then also a live game on New. And let me sort out the team a little bit here as well. I do want to get off Kufal, so I'm going to put Nkunku down there. And that's how I think we're going to set up the team. And yeah, let's see how Pedro does play. I'm expecting a lot of good things from both of these cards. I think Rabiot, with that 5-star weak foot, it's going to be a great upgrade. And it's going to really kind of put him in that same sort of bracket as the Paul Pogba flashback card that we did get. Straight away with the interception there. It's into Koku, who was obviously coming off shortly. Into Messi. Let's get it into the ex-Barcelona man. Sprint boost. He's going to have a crazy sprint boost. But because he's so weak, it's going to be quite the interesting review, this one, I feel like. Because Pedro usually does get quite a good card every single year. Oh, unlucky. And he's always had really good finesses. I'm hoping that's going to be the case for this card as well. And I'm really interested to try out this Rabiot, because that upgrade to the weak foot really does make him on like really insane levels. Of course, his dribbling is insane as well. It just makes this card really interesting. It's a lovely ball into Pedrito there. Here he goes. Pedro. Finesse shots. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, bad start from Pedro's finesses. Generally. I want to see what Rabiot's jockeying's like though as well. Because if he's got like sick jockeying, like this is going to be a card that I think is going to go quite under the radar. Even though he looks like an absolute monster. Now he feels really good in terms of driving. I think this is a really good card. The Rabiot one. There's Pedro. That's what you get from Pedro, guys. The insane finesse shots. Oh my god. What a start to this review this has been. I like this Rabiot, guys. I really like this Rabiot. He feels like just a better version of Pogba. Now, because Pogba has the 5-star skills, I don't think it's too valuable in the midfield. But the 5-star weak foot, I really do like in the midfield. And with Rabiot having that, kind of puts him on different levels, really, man. And I really do think this is going to be a card that's going to be kind of not looked at because we're so close to team of the season. If that makes any sense. But a card that I think will be worth completing 110%. And he's been really good so far. Here we go into Pedrito again. Can drive into the space down here. Certainly feels relatively fast. You know, of course, we kind of expected that from him. Yeah. There you go. There is Pedro's finesse shots and what I was trying to tell you guys about. He's got the craziest finesse shots and not upgrading the shot power is also really going to help that. Alright then, guys, with us getting a rage quit that early, we're going to go into another game on Old Gen to test out these boys. And I think Rabiot is going to be one of them cards that not a lot of people are going to complete. Maybe this is one of them reviews that gets really good reviews because the cards are quite interesting. But I don't think Rabiot's going to get completed too much. I think that's going to be a mistake because so far he has been unbelievably dominant. And he can go forward and he can score as well, man. His passing's good. I mean, look at that. Into Pedro. That's 1-0 just like that, guys. And these cards are good, man. These cards are very decent. Do not underestimate the power of cards like this. When I saw them, I kind of thought to myself, I'm not even going to bother doing a review on these. Then I looked at Rabiot's in-games and I thought, okay, reconsider, Reese. These cards look insane and they are performing as such as well. So, pretty impressed so far. And I think these kind of cards for an RTG are just brilliant. Because they're... Look at how quick this Rabiot is. Great dribbling on him too. There goes Pedro again. Sprint boost from Pedro. Oh, good save, good save. Maybe that is where you might see an issue with Pedro because, of course, we've boosted up the stats that don't help his shooting. But I kind of thought if we don't boost the shooting, we're going to get great finesses out of him. There you go from Rabiot again there. You're going to get great finesses out of him. You're going to get great travellas out of him. Kind of similar to Nkunku because Nkunku has got that such low shot power. Rabiot feels really good on the ball for a big man. Oh, Pedro. Oh my god, it's another rage quit. Alright then, guys, so we're now on New Gen with these cards. And I am very impressed so far. And, oh, he's got Tini and Mbappe. Oh dear. I just think that these are the kind of cards that don't get considered to be the godlikes. but they perform at an insanely high level. Like, Rabiot just feels so clean across the board. What's this guy doing then? Oh, he is here. Okay. Rabiot just feels like he's got it all. Great passing ability. Great everything. You know, we haven't scored a goal with him, but he feels good. I don't know if you can make him lengthy at all. I doubt it. But his passing's great. He's got that big body type in game as well, which makes him absolutely unbelievable. And you can definitely see the issue with putting the engine on Pedro. His shooting's definitely suffering a little bit. But I still do think it's worth it for the insane finesses you're going to get with him. And so on and so forth. So, you know, it's kind of that draw. If you do a lot of Travellas and finesse shots, then don't boost Pedro's shooting. If you don't do a lot of them, then boost Pedro's shooting is what I would have to say so far. We look into Rabiot there. We didn't manage to get it off. And I just haven't aimed that there. That's just into Kochu, or whatever his name is. Oh, how have we not got the ball back there as well? That's tough. I always really like Pedro, though, on every FIFA. So to get him again this year as another SBC, you know, I think last year it was a flashback. Nice, Rabiot. So to get this card again, you know, he feels so good. Like, his dribbling feels incredible. Yes, he's weak. He's one of them kind of like Neymar-esque players. And this card, once again, similar to Bamba, is comparable to Neymar's gold card. Maybe even his Centurions. You can see how good his dribbling is, though. Passing, not so much there. That's quite poor. We've managed to get away with it, though. Here goes Pedrito. Oh, tough. Of course, we're playing him at striker in that kind of second striker role as well. And I think he suits the cam role a little bit better. So you might want to try him out there as well. That's a good save from Aaron. Who have I got in there? Aaron Ramsdale, I think. This is the FUT Birthday Cup as well. And the FUT Birthday Cup is sweated in champs playoffs and rivals as well. So it's a good test for these cards. It's Rabiot again. Lovely. I think Rabiot is the better card. I think Rabiot is the more important card of the two. Look at his passing. Pedro, you can kind of get with any other card on the game, right? But this Rabiot is a monster, man. Rabiot is a genuine monster. It has to be considered to be completed by a lot of people, in my opinion. Because he's better defensively than Pogba. And his passing's as good, kind of, you know? I think makes this card very interesting. Pedro there. Pedro. Yeah, Pedro's difficult to use because of how weak he is. I guess that's why I kind of feel like Bamba's a little bit better. Because Bamba has a bit more strength. Oh, that's a lovely pass from him, though. A little bit behind Alarouane. Here we go, we're in. We missed it because we red-timed it, unfortunately. But yeah, I do think Rabiot is one of them cards as well that can play in a lot of positions. Which also adds some value to him, in my opinion. Maybe play him at centre-back. Maybe could get away with that. It's never going in from there, is it? Never, ever. Not in a million years. Tell you what, guys. From here, though, I'm going to bring back some highlights. Rabiot again into Pedrito. Pedro's in. Yeah, it's nice one, Pedro. You know, 5-star skills are really nice to have on him with that 5-star weak foot. It's basically like using a gold version of Neymar. Nice pass from Rabiot there. Pedro just... It's difficult to use, man, because he struggles to get in behind quite often. Lovely pass from Rabiot. Absolutely brilliant card. This one is, lads. Honestly, reminds me of World Cup Yaya. I know I've got them both in the same team, but they are very similar in play styles. Look at that from Rabiot again, defending for us. Really, really fair, good box-to-box, man. I think he's a really, really, really good card. Here's Pedro. Now Rabiot. Moves so good for a big man, too. He moves better than Yaya Toure. Go on then, Pedro. No. Yeah, Pedro's a very much run-of-the-mill card, but Rabiot certainly is not. Rabiot's an absolute demon. There you go, another assist from Rabiot. I have to say, guys, what an SBC this is, and what a price. Honestly, go and get the super loan. Try this card out for yourself. You'll be absolutely shocked by how good he is. I cannot believe how cheap they've made him. Look at that. Passing's brilliant. Passing is absolutely brilliant on this Rabiot. That should have been his hat-trick of assists there. There we go again. And it's into Pedro. Pedro scored it and he's onside. Rabiot is absolutely broken. Alright guys, so reviews in for Pedro and Rabiot. I'm going to talk about Pedro first. And what I think of this card. Now, yesterday we reviewed Bamba. And Bamba's a good card. Pedro is also a good card. But the thing that I will say about Pedro is he just is Gold Neymar. He just literally performs exactly the same as Gold Neymar. They're so similar. Height, of course, Neymar's a bit bigger. But Pedro really does feel like Neymar in game with a bit better left stick dribbling. I've got to say, Pedro's got a great outside foot shot and finesse shot. But other than that, he's a very much run-of-the-mill card that we've seen a million times over for so long in this game. I personally would not be completing this one if I had the choice. Yes, he's got some interesting traits and some interesting qualities in game, but he is so run-of-the-mill and we've seen this card so often on this game. With that also being said, guys, he doesn't have the best links in the world. You know, being Spanish and from the Serie A doesn't offer him the best links in the world, honestly. And whilst he's got good alternates, he is not the easiest to get on free chemistry. And I just think, like, he has Trevedas similar to Nkunku's. His finesse shots are Messi-like, but it's not good enough. The 5-star is nice, but he feels so weak in game that it just kind of ruins him. I will say as well that I think this card's a little bit better on old gen than he is on new gen because you can really utilise the left stick dribbling a little bit better, and also the sprint boost feels a lot better on old gen. So maybe if you're on old gen, this is worth completing. I'm going to rate him a 7 out of 10 on old gen. I'm going to go for a 6 out of 10 on new gen. But we have to talk about this Rabiot, and oh my god, this card is unbelievable. Get this one completed right now. This is a Yaya Toure-esque card. Now let's compare Yaya Toure and Rabiot real quick because they are very similar. So Yaya's got 2 less pace. He's got 2 less dribbling as well, 2 more shooting, 2 more passing, 4 more physical, and 3 less defending. Now, if you compare the in-games, I mean, just look for yourself. Look at how similar these 2 cards are, guys. Rabiot is essentially the cheap version of Yaya Toure with a 5-star weak foot. The 5-star weak foot in midfield is so valuable. Medium work rates don't affect him at all. And being 6'4", having 82 agility and balance is unheard of. And you can feel that in game. His jockeying is really nice. He moves like an absolute demon in game. I can't believe how good he was defensively and how good he was at driving forward into spaces to make a passing option or to find a driven pass or to just drive into the space. He was really good at that. And I think this is a must-complete SBC. Don't complete the super loan unless you you don't trust my word on this card. Go and complete the actual version of him because he'll get over 100 games for you. He is an absolute beast in game. I prefer him to Pogba. I think Flashback Pogba also has the 5-star skills and has a similar sort of height and strength. Rabiot with that 5-star weak foot makes him a lot more valuable. I rate him a 9 out of 10 on old gen. I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10 on new gen. A seriously beast card, and I can't believe he's that cheap for how good he is in game. You just don't see cards who are 6'4" with 89 dribbling and 82 agility and balance, and that good dribbling outside of that as well, guys. Monster card. Go and complete him. You will not be disappointed. He'll stay in your team until the end of Team of the Season. Guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. So you never miss a player review. But guys, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.